Devion, our Sajjano, welcome. Tonight, we gather to explore a question that has echoed through the ages, a question that has puzzled philosophers, inspired poets, and shaped the lives of countless individuals across generations. Today, we tackle a timeless question. What truly shapes our lives? Is it the invisible hand of destiny guiding us along a path already chosen? Or is it our own hard work, our sweat and determination that forges the road ahead? This debate is as old as humanity itself, and each of us at some point has wondered, how much control do we really have over our future? Is our path written in the stars, mapped out before we take our first breath? Or do we carve it with our own hands, shaping our destiny with every decision, every effort, every moment of perseverance? The stars above have inspired dreams and stories, but the calluses on our hands tell a different tale, one of struggle, resilience, and self-made success. Some wait for fate to deliver, believing their future is pre-written, that the universe has a plan for each of us. They look for signs, read horoscopes, and trust that what is meant to be will find its way. For them, patience and acceptance are virtues, and life is a journey of discovery, not of control. Others believe in effort, seeing every challenge as a chance to shape their own destiny. They rise before dawn, push their limits, and refuse to let setbacks define them. For these individuals, success is earned, not given, and every obstacle is an opportunity to prove their strength and determination. So, which is it? Fate or free will? Are we passengers on a train with a fixed destination, or are we the conductors, steering our lives with every choice we make? The answer is not simple, and perhaps it lies somewhere in between, where destiny and effort meet and where our stories truly begin. To explore, let's follow the story of a young man at this very crossroads. He stands at the intersection of dreams and doubts, wondering which path to take and whether his choices will matter in the grand scheme of things. His name was Aditya, and his journey may hold the answer we all seek. Through his experiences, we will witness the dance between destiny and determination, and perhaps discover how much of our fate truly lies in our own hands. Meet Aditya, a young man with big dreams and a firm belief in destiny. He imagined wealth and luxury, convinced greatness was his birthright. Instead of building skills, he chased astrologers, wore gemstones, and performed rituals, hoping for a cosmic shortcut. He waited for luck to change his life, never taking the first real step. His friends hustled, but Aditya trusted the stars would deliver. He was a dreamer, waiting for fate to do the work he never started. Aditya's family and friends urged him to act. His father, a self-made man, advised, "Your hands are your tools, use them." Friends offered job leads and business ideas, but Aditya dismissed them, clinging to his faith in destiny. Around him, real stories of hard-won success played out, but he saw only luck, not effort. His obsession with fate became a joke among peers. He ignored every practical voice, isolating himself in a world of wishful thinking. The world moved forward. Aditya stood still, waiting for a miracle. Years slipped by, and Aditya found himself weighed down by the burden of unfulfilled dreams. Each day, he awoke with hope, only to see it fade by nightfall. The world around him seemed to move forward, while he remained stuck, his ambitions gathering dust. Doubt crept in, whispering that perhaps his destiny was not meant for greatness. He grew desperate, searching for answers in every corner, but none seemed to satisfy the longing in his heart. The ache of disappointment became his constant companion, and he wondered if he would ever break free from this cycle of yearning and regret. One day, Aditya heard whispers of a wise sage who lived on the outskirts of a distant village. The villagers spoke of the sage's uncanny ability to see into the hearts of men and offer guidance that changed lives. Driven by a final flicker of hope, Aditya set out on a journey, walking dusty roads and crossing quiet fields, determined to seek the sage's counsel. He asked for directions from strangers, his voice tinged with urgency, until at last he found himself standing before the sage, ready to ask the question that had haunted him for years. The sage, a serene figure with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages, listened patiently as Aditya poured out his troubles. When Aditya finished, the sage rose and silently led him to the edge of a barren, neglected field. With a gentle gesture, he pointed to the empty land and spoke. Your destiny lies there, in that very soil. It is not hidden in distant lands or secret mantras, but right before you. The sage's words were simple, yet profound. Work this land every day for a year, and you'll find your treasure. Aditya stared at the field, its dry earth cracked and lifeless, and wondered how anything of value could be found there. The task seemed impossible, almost cruel, but the sage's conviction was unwavering. Aditya had come seeking a magical mantra, a shortcut to success, not a year of backbreaking labor. He looked at the sage in disbelief, expecting some hidden meaning or secret ritual. But the sage only smiled, his eyes kind and knowing, as if he understood Aditya's confusion and reluctance. Your hard work is the mantra, the sage explained softly. Let your sweat be the offering to the land. Each drop is a prayer, each effort a step closer to your destiny. The soil will test you, but it will also teach you. Through labor, you will discover strength and wisdom you never knew you possessed. Transform this land, and you'll find what you seek, the sage continued. The treasure is not just gold or riches, but the growth that comes from perseverance, the satisfaction of seeing barren earth bloom under your care. In nurturing the land, you will nurture your own spirit. Skeptical but desperate, Aditya agreed. He had little faith in the promise, but even less in the life he was leaving behind. With a heavy heart and uncertain steps, he prepared to begin the task, unsure of what the future would hold, but willing to try one last time. As Aditya knelt in the dirt, feeling the roughness of the earth between his fingers, he realized that the real lesson was just beginning. The answers he sought were not written in the stars or found in distant lands, but hidden in the patient, persistent work of his own hands. The soil would become his teacher, and each day would bring new challenges and small victories. Thus began Aditya's journey from wishful thinking to purposeful action. With every sunrise, he learned to trade despair for determination, and with every sunset, he found a little more hope. The path ahead was long, but for the first time, Aditya felt he was truly moving forward. One step, one seed, one day at a time. The sage's task was a lesson in disguise. As Aditya toiled, the sage taught, "Weeds are like your shortcuts. Pull them out. Obstacles are rocks. Move them with strategy, not just force." Aditya's hands toughened, his mind sharpened. He learned patience, nurturing seeds and waiting for growth. "Success is like a tree," the sage said. "It grows with steady effort, not overnight." Aditya stopped looking to the sky and discovered the power within. The real mantra was action, not incantation. Aditya's transformation was profound. Work became satisfaction, not a chore. He stopped checking horoscopes, rising early to see his progress. He learned, planned, and invested in his land and himself. His conversations shifted from fate to farming, from luck to learning. He realized he'd always had the strength. He just needed to use it. The sage had shown him the hero within, not with magic, but with a mirror. After a year, Aditya's barren field bloomed with crops. His first harvest brought joy and pride, fruits of his own labor, not luck. Selling his produce, he felt the true value of earned success. He reinvested, improved his farm, and grew his business. The anxiety of waiting for fate was replaced by the confidence of action. The real treasure was his own potential, unlocked by hard work. The stars he'd chased now shone on his own land. Years later, Aditya was a respected agripreneur. At a gathering, an old acquaintance asked, "What's your secret gem?" Aditya smiled, showing his calloused hands. "These are my gems, mehnat and lagan, hard work and dedication. They need no blessing, only my will. They've never failed me." The crowd was silent, moved by the simplicity and truth of his answer. Aditya had found the real secret, not in stones, but in himself. His story became a lesson for all. When we look up at the night sky, it's easy to wonder, are our lives written in the stars, or do we carve our own paths through sheer determination? This age-old question, what truly matters, destiny or hard work, has fascinated thinkers, dreamers, and doers for centuries. The stars, with their silent glow, have always inspired us. They may reveal possibilities, hint at potential, and offer guidance. But remember, they can't take a single step for us. The constellations might point the way, but they don't walk the journey. Think of destiny as a map, beautiful, intricate, and full of promise. But a map is only as useful as the traveler who chooses to follow it. If you never set out, the map remains just paper and ink. It's the journey, the steps you take, that bring the map to life. Aditya discovered this truth firsthand. He realized that while destiny might offer direction, it's hard work that fuels the journey. Whether burning the midnight oil, pushing through challenges, or training relentlessly, effort is the vehicle that moves us forward. Destiny can inspire, but only action creates results. Luck, some say, is when preparation meets opportunity. It's not just about waiting for the right moment, but about being ready when it arrives. Every handshake, every interview, every competition, success comes to those who have put in the work long before the spotlight shines. True success is like a dance. Destiny may lead with a gentle hand, but it's hard work that sets the rhythm and keeps you moving. Collaboration, persistence, and passion turn potential into achievement. The most graceful performances are built on hours of unseen practice. So don't wait for the stars to align perfectly. Begin your journey, take that first step, and you'll find that your actions have the power to align the stars themselves. Every morning run, every new project, every effort you make brings you closer to your dreams. In the end, you are the author of your own story. With every choice, every effort, you write your own destiny. So tonight, as the city lights fade and the stars shine above, remember, your journey is yours to shape. Good night and Shubh Ratri.